NBA draft star avoids Shedeur Sanders repeat after controversial move. Ace Bailey's camp reportedly canceled his workout with the Philadelphia 76ers and told another team in the top 5 that he wouldn't show up if they drafted him. Former Rutgers standout Ace Bailey managed to sidestep the Shedeur Sanders treatment despite his unconventional approach to the NBA pre-draft process, raising eyebrows. Bailey and his team appeared determined to maintain control over his destiny, even if it meant potentially damaging his draft stock and foregoing millions of dollars. With his sights set on the Washington Wizards, New Orleans Pelicans, and Brooklyn Nets, the 6'8" forward called off his visit with the Philadelphia 76ers, a team that had shown interest in picking him at no 3 before ultimately selecting Baylor guard V.J. Edgecombe on Wednesday night. Bailey reportedly turned down other invitations, including one from the Utah Jazz, who ended up choosing him with the 5th overall pick and, when all was said and done, never worked out with any team. Sources say Bailey's camp has informed interested teams that it believes he is a top 3 player in the draft, but also seeks a clear path to stardom, hoping to find a situation with ample minutes and usage to maximize his full potential. ESPN reported ahead of the draft. ESPN also reported that his representatives allegedly told one of the top 5 teams that Bailey wouldn't show up if they drafted him. Basketball analyst Jeff Goodman suggested that Bailey's pre-draft strategy wasn't well received. It just seems as though Ace Bailey has received some poor advice over the past year, Goodman said. Has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. That sentiment was echoed by Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who openly expressed that he didn't want Bailey on the Sixers after his canceled visit. The chaotic events leading up to the draft were reminiscent of the scenario experienced by Sanders earlier this year. The former Colorado standout did engage with various NFL teams before the 2025 draft, yet questions about his pre-draft attitude emerged. Deion Sanders' son faced criticism for his interview demeanor from some quarters. CBS Sports' Jonathan Jones reported, "I was told that he more or less sandbagged in those interviews. I don't know if he didn't take them seriously, what it was, but he did not give it his all." Further reports labeled Sanders as arrogant and entitled. Ultimately, the one-time top 5 hopeful witnessed a significant slide on draft day. Sanders was not taken the first round and had to wait until day 3, where the Cleveland Browns finally picked him at no 144 in the 5th round. In contrast, Bailey's drop in the draft was far less severe. Projected initially at the no 3 spot, the Tennessee prodigy only slipped 2 places amid his pre-draft issues. The former Rutgers star took a financial hit with his NBA move. Bailey's contract with the Jazz stands to be about $9,200,000 0 cents leaner than the potential $50,500,000 0 cents he might have scored as a no 3 pick. Compounding this, Bailey didn't get placed with one of his preferred East Coast squads. During the post-draft media session, Bailey expressed his surprise at being picked by the Jazz, admitting he had no idea they were interested. In some instances, he said that they saw him and instead got inside his mind, filled with a hope that he had more time and that the promises of social media would happen on his own and they would be there for him. Bailey's second-year contract in 2016 ran $127,000. Now it ranks only second to Pat Mahomes in 17 years of having to navigate the psychology of Jazz fans, knowing that this team was his life's work and that he had no idea what was going to happen. He brought parity to the room. The room was electric. Flashbulbs snapped like static around the Barclays Center as prospects lined up for what could be the most important night of their lives, the NBA draft. Fans held signs, scouts whispered into phones, and TV anchors spewed commentary at rapid fire. But all eyes were on one man, Tariq Dawson. The 6'7" wing out of Duke was a walking highlight reel, lightning in sneakers. A top 3 prospect by most mock drafts, he was supposed to be an easy pick. Instead, he'd become the story. 2 weeks before the draft, Tariq made a move that shook the basketball world. He publicly announced he would not attend pre-draft workouts or medicals unless teams agreed to his personal conditions, including full marketing rights control and a minimum playing time clause. Sports Twitter detonated. Pundits cried foul. "This is Shedeur Sanders all over again," barked one ESPN analyst. referencing the college football quarterback who had faced backlash after demanding similar control before entering the NFL draft. But unlike Sanders, whose draft stock had taken a nosedive after his declarations, Tariq's gamble might have paid off. 3 months earlier, "You're not just a player, Tariq, you're a brand," said Lex Carter, Tariq's agent, sliding a packet across the table. Shedeur tried to break the system. He failed because football's too rigid. But this is basketball. We have leverage. Tariq looked down at the papers. Endorsements, NIL projections, streaming content rights. It was more than just basketball now. "But if this backfires," he muttered. Lex leaned forward. "Shedeur didn't lose because he made a stand. He lost because he didn't control the narrative. You will